I'm Niall Horan, and this is the behind the scenes video from my Rolling Stone UK cover shoot. Enjoy! My biggest inspirations was just life in general. We were very much in the middle of the pandemic, and I was kind of sitting there waiting for the creative juices to flow, and then wrote the song The Show on the first day in probably August, September of the first year of the pandemic, 2020. Just kind of wanted to write about how I was feeling there and then. There was no heartbreak, so I needed a new concept, and the pandemic gave enough thinking time to generate that feeling. So I knew that the show ended up being a metaphor for life, and I was going to write about the ups and downs of and the trials and tribulations of life. I always draw from my upbringing, so things like from the 70s, from Laurel Canyon in LA, like the Eagles and Fleetwood Mac and things like that. I always try and see if they can appear in some shape or form. And then for my ballads this time, I kept hearing little things from like the 50s and like Lana Del Rey also as well. That kind of spooky take on a ballad. Yeah, I would love to do another road trip with Lewis. We've actually been talking about how and where and who and when. And maybe we could go to Scotland this time. Go back to Bathgate, where Lewis is from. Our friendship, I guess, kind of started as like I slid into his DMs and told him how much of a fan I was. This was very early. He had like a couple of videos on YouTube, and I just told him that I was a big fan. And then later on we met up for a few beers and asked him did he want to come up and play a few tunes before I went on in Glasgow one night. And then that's where it started. And we just have this like, probably this Celtic thing that we share, and the same sort of sense of humour, him being a bit more aggressive than mine. I don't have a lot of like, and don't particularly want them, famous friends, but when you have an undeniable connection friendship-wise with someone, it's makes things easy. He's a good lad. He's a nice chap. Bit of a prick too, actually, but. What makes a bad Guinness? So let me go into some detail here. The transporting of it, where it's kept, at what temperature, how clean the lines are that it goes through, and the pour is massively, you can't just pour it like a lager, 45 degrees, and just, there's a whole thing, there's timing to it. That makes a bad Guinness. Care, basically, is what makes a bad Guinness. Where can you get a good Guinness? I usually do follow Shit London Guinness to know where not to go, but there's a couple of places. In London, there's a place called the Toucan, which is in Soho Square. There's a place called the Guinea Grill in town. It's a good spot too. I struggle with Guinness outside of Ireland. Like, I was at home in Ireland a few days ago, had a pint of Guinness and realised how good it is in Ireland. It can be hard to find, but when you get a good one, it is beautiful. I think as a singer-songwriter, hearing Damien Rice, the album O specifically for the first time, was just a game changer for me. Huge inspiration as an Irish, coming from a small place and realising that it's doable. Currently, Irish music and flames, it's a strong country. Obviously there's Hosier, you've got Dermot Kennedy, who's absolutely nailing it at the moment. Inhaler are the ones that have really caught people's attention at the moment. An amazing Dublin band, kind of with that indie route. We also got another band from my hometown called The Academic. We're another kind of an indie band, they're really cool. Amy Michelle is this young kind of contemporary singer-songwriter, actually again from my hometown. She's really cool, really kind of dark and spooky and really good lyricist. Irish music's in a good spot. We're very happy with it as a nation. That was my public service announcement for Ireland.